Fazl Hussain. Uh, Dear students, today we shall discuss about French Revolution. Before discussing about French Revolution, we must have the meaning of revolution. What does the word revolution mean? Revolution means a sudden, rapid or complete change in the structure and functioning of society. The change in the structure and functioning of society is called a revolution. What does the structure of society mean? Structure of society means its material culture, like roads, buildings, clothes, food items, etc. When change is brought in the structure of the society means the concrete things. When change is brought in the concrete things of the society, that is also called the revolution. That is the change in the structure of the society. When the change in the functioning of the society is brought, that means the customs, traditions, rules, political system, non-material culture of the society. When change is brought in the non-material culture of the society, that is the customs, traditions, political system, religious belief, that type of change is also called change, but that change is called the change in the functioning of the society. So we might have understood the change in the structure as well as the functioning of the society can be called as a revolution. Here we are going to discuss about French Revolution. Actually, French Revolution means the changes brought in the political system of France in 18th century are known as French Revolution. What changes were brought in the political system of France in 18th century? Those changes are called French Revolution. There was monarchy in France in 18th century. That monarchy was transformed into democracy. How monarchy was transformed into democracy over there? These changes, the conversion of monarchy into democracy, these changes which were responsible for converting monarchy of France into democracy is known as French Revolution. First we have to discuss about what type of society was there in 18th century in France. In 18th century, French society was divided into three estates. Estates means social class. There were three folds of the society. There were three classes of the society in the 18th century of France. First it was the king. King was above all classes. It was the clergy. Clergy was at its first rank. Clergy was the first class. Clergy means religious leaders or priests. The priests who used to give religious knowledge or education to the people were called clergy. And on the second rank were nobility. Nobility means people of the highest social rank. These were the nobles. These were the people having political power. These were the aristocrats of that society. Number third were the peasants. Peasants included doctors, teachers, peasants, merchants, etc. Peasants represented that class of people which included doctors, professionals, engineers, teachers, peasants. The interesting thing over here is the clergy and nobility enjoyed certain privileges by birth. The upper two classes of the French society during those days enjoyed privileges by birth. What does the word privilege mean? Privilege means a special right granted to a person or a group. When you are given a political right by birth, that is called, and other people are not given that right. That right is called a privilege. When a special right is given to a person or a group and others are denied from that and others are not given that right becomes privilege for you. So privileges were enjoyed by clergy and nobility. And number second thing, both the classes were exempted from paying taxes. Both the classes were not, given, they were not giving taxes, they were exempted from giving taxes. It was the second, thing of that society which we have to memorize. And on the other hand, the peasants, they had to pay all the taxes, and they were owning, only 20% of land, and 90% of land were, owned by these two classes of the society. So what did the peasants do to change this type of society at that time? We shall discuss it tomorrow.